first we gotta make a coordinate system. Okay, z, y, x. Here's the original point P, and it says it is 80 millimeters from the origin. Here is the charge, unknown charge, and it's at a velocity of 370 meters, so velocity equals 370 meters per second. So it's going to be negative 0.8 times 10 to the negative 6, and this is going to be equal to mu naught, which is going to be 4 pi times 10 to the negative 7, and times the charge, which we don't know, and times the magnitude. Since we know that this is 90-degree angle, it's going to be, we can just do the magnitude of V, which is 370. I don't know if you can see. Times the magnitude of R hat, which we know this is R hat in this direction. It's from the step to, it's pointing towards the observation point. It's always pointing to the observation point. Okay, so, but we know it's a unit vector, so it's going to be magnitude of that is 1, and then we know the sine of 90 is just 1. Those cancel out, and it's all going to be over 4 pi, and the radius squared, which is 80 times 10 to the negative 3 squared. And then we just got to isolate Q. So negative 1.38 times 10, I believe it was to the negative 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. And now we move on to the second part of the problem, where it says that the charge has moved 40 millimeters up. So it's 40 millimeters away from the origin now, the charge. And it's still moving at 370, but now we're taking it at the same point. So this is no longer we no longer have the same R hat. It is now, this is the radius now. And R hat is just a unit vector moving in the direction of that. So now we have this angle, this new angle that we have to find, because it's the velocity vector cross the radius. So we have this new angle we have to find, and that's basically the most of the problem. And the radius, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which is going to be 80 squared plus 40 squared is equal to something squared, c squared. So then you just take the square root of that, and you'll get c, or the new radius. We can call it radius. And yeah, that'll give you that. And so yeah, we're just going to find our new magnetic field, and it's going to be mu naught, which is 4 pi times 10, 4 pi times 10 to the negative 7 times the charge that we just found, which is we just need the magnitude, so we don't really need the negative sign. 1.38 times 10 to the negative 4. I'm just looking over at the equation sheet because I have it memorized, but I want to make sure I'm right. And since the rest is going to be V cross R hat. So now that we have this, we can either take the cross product, or we can find the angle. How can we find the angle? We can find the angle by taking this little angle here and then finding the complementary angle to that, and then adding it to 90. So it would be like this. In order to find this angle 1, this is going to be angle 2. In order to find angle 1, we have to say, so it's going to be tangent theta is equal to what? It's equal to opposite over adjacent, which is equal in this case to 80 over 40. So now to find the angle, we have to take the inverse tangent. It's going to be tangent negative 1, 80 over 40, which is going to be equal to, so weird with a freaking camera hat on my head. Okay, anyways, tangent negative 1, 80 over 40 is equal to this, 63 0.435 is equal to theta. But that's not the one we're looking for. We're looking for the other one. So we times it by -1, times it by -1, and we just add 90, which will give us the complementary angle, angle 2. So theta 2 is equal to 26.565, and yeah, we just add that. We add that to 90, which is going to be 116.565 is equal to our theta we want. Erase all this, and now we can plug this into the equation. So it's going to be the magnitude of V, which is still just 370, the magnitude of the r hat, which is just 1, and now we have sine our angle, sine 116.565. We can erase this one. Okay, and now we're gonna have over, look at the equation, 4 pi over r squared. So r squared we just have to find by the Pythagorean theorem, 89.445 millimeters. So 4 pi r squared, 4 pi times 89.445 times 10 to the -3 squared. And this should give us our equation. So we're going to plug this into our calculator. That gives us our answer of 5.708 times 10 to the -7, which I saw, well, I want to see that. Okay, I saw here it didn't give that option. It gives micro, which just, it's basically the same thing. This is equivalent. Can you see it? Writing. This is equivalent to 0.57 times 10 to the -6. So that's the option I gave in the problem. So this is your answer. Well, this is your answer.